Congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about the phone call or the email or whatever it was that popped up on your social media or your phone to say, "Hey, Julia, I've got an idea for you."
Yeah, so I actually was called by Tom McDougall in 2020, and he was like, "We are going to start working on a really special film." Didn't tell me what. Gonna be working on a really special film, and he was like, "We obviously have our greats. We have our Lin-Manuel Mirandas, our Lopez's, our Menkins." He's like, "But we kind of want to try something new for this." And he's like, "Would you be interested?" And I was like, duh. It's like, oh my gosh, like yes, I'd love the opportunity to try. And so they had sort of sent me over this little paragraph of the synopsis of the film, about this young woman who lives in this beautiful magical kingdom ruled by a king, and everybody gives their wishes to said king. And then come to find out he's not as wonderful as everybody thinks he is, and thus starts her journey, her very selfless, brave, courageous journey to get them back for everybody. And I was like, okay, this is the Disney I Want song. And I was sort of like, obviously the I Want song is always for the person. I was like, but what if we make this one about other people and make it about, trying to help people with their autonomy and them being able to dream for themselves. And so this wish was born. That was the first song I ever wrote for this film. And I remember I sent it in, and Tom being like, amazing, we'll call you in a couple weeks, and we'll be in touch, basically. And I remember he called me and he goes, I just want to say thank you so much for this song, and I want to let you know we're gonna have plenty of opportunity to work together in the future. And yeah, I just have to tell you that it's yours. And the way that my body fell to the floor and I just sort of melded into the hardwood because I couldn't stop crying. Yeah, it was a really special moment, and my mom was actually there. And my mom was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And she like fell off the chair because I was obviously crying and I was like freaking out. She's like, "What's happening?" And I just didn't understand. It was a really funny moment, actually.
Yeah. In terms of the process, obviously you got managed to Ariana DeBose and Chris Pine, who is very
Phenomenal.
surprising
Yeah.
in terms of
Completely.
singing. What was it like working with those two in terms of bringing the songs? Because obviously Ariana people know Ariana from Hamilton, like that stuff.
Yeah.
But Chris Pine hasn't done too much, so he's kind of surprised a lot of people.
He surprised me. Yeah, 100%. I actually had no idea that Chris could sing. That was a wonderful surprise, and I initially did all the demos for the songs, and there's only so much villainy that I can put into a song. And so hearing Chris do it was just, an absolute surprise and such a treat. And he really conveyed villain. He gave villain. And sometimes we'd be like, oh, maybe go a little bit more. And then we're like, okay, too much. This is actually too scary. And then after I knew that he could sing, I was like, oh, you're doing a ballad. I'm just letting you know right now, you're doing a ballad. And then Born was born at all costs. So
I've had this is the thanks I get, or that lyric in my head for like a week. It's like an earworm. Now I'm interested to hear your version because
oh my gosh, my version is so silly. I'm sure you'll hear my versions in the future at some point in time, but they don't even compare to, the vocal performance of true vocal actors, performers, like at all.
As a final question, I've been asking everyone this. One of my probably my childhood memory from watching Disney, at least when I was a bit older, was listening and watching Robin Williams play Aladdin, play the genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, of course.
And then seeing all the other bits afterwards of the amazing work that he did and how revolutionary he kind of was.
Yeah.
What's your like childhood memory of Disney, or like the first Disney film you saw in the cinema, and what that experience was like? As it kind of left a mark on you from all those years?
I know as a kid, the one that was probably the most significant was probably The Jungle Book. my dad, when I was a kid, would call me Mowgli because I would run around in just my underwear, and I had the same cut. And Mowgli can do this little like nose thing, and I could do it as a kid, and so my dad would literally call me Mowgli as a kid because
Now it's come full
I
circle.
look like now here we are making Disney movies.
Well, I wish you all the best for the movie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Pleasure
much.
talking to you.
Thank
you so much. Cheers.
Bye, Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey, you guys!